Hey everyone, it's Candace. I just got back from breakfast at Topolino's Terrace, flavors of the Riviera, at the Disney's Riviera Resort. Now, this is one of the hardest reservations to get in all of Disney World, right up there with Epcot's Space 220. And after going, I completely understand why. First, I'm going to tell you if it's worth the current $49 for an adult and $30 for kids. And then, if you want to go, I'll tell you how to get a reservation. This restaurant is at Disney World's newest resort, the Riviera. It's located between Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Opened on December 16, 2019. The resort is themed after Walt Disney's trips and experiences in Europe, and the love of the French Riviera and the Italian Riviera. The resort is gorgeous. There's a collection of his travel images, and there are Disney posters that are in Italian. And there's popular characters also painted throughout the resort. I absolutely love the Tangled mural, not just because I'm a giant Tangled fan. Now, about the restaurant itself. Also gorgeous. It's on the 10th floor of the resort. By the way, make sure, if you go, to check out the balcony after you eat. You can see the Tower of Terror and the skyline, and it's just a beautiful view of Walt Disney World. In the restaurant itself, there are large windows where you also have a great view. The grand chandeliers are stunning and make a great statement piece for the room. This restaurant is smaller and more intimate than other character meals like Chef Mickey's. By the way, did you know Topolino means little mouse? So, Mickey's got a couple restaurants named after him, it seems. The meal starts off with a paint bucket of pastries with jam, honey butter, and chocolate sauce. The apple cinnamon muffin blew my mind. It's the best muffin I've ever had. So my friend and I chose entrees we could share. Of course, I am part of the Kiki Waffle, so we had to try sour cream waffles, which was recommended by a friend and also our waitress. The waffle has roasted apples, chantilly orange maple syrup. Obviously, we love waffles, and these did not disappoint. The second was wood-fired steak and eggs. It has polenta, tomatoes, roasted potatoes, wild mushrooms. I've never had steak for breakfast, and I'm disappointed in myself that I haven't because this was amazing. Also, the potatoes were seasoned so well. I always say you can judge a restaurant by the potatoes. It's a weird thing, I know. It's the Gordon Ramsay. Also, have you had Pog juice before? According to the Today Show, it has a cult following in the Disney parks. This was my first time hearing about it and also trying it. And after trying it, I get it. It's a delicious blend of passion fruit, orange, and guava juice. That is delicious. Added to the amazing food, the people really make this place special. Our waitress was wonderful, checking in on us, refilling our drinks, and ensuring our breakfast was special. And of course, there are the characters. They were definitely characters. I think since this isn't a buffet, the characters are more comfortable walking around and interacting with people. I also saw Daisy chasing Donald around the restaurant, and he even tried to get a waiter to try to save him. It was like breakfast and a show. The restaurant even has its own song, and when played, each character moves around the restaurant a lot, so you can see each of them. No matter what, a kid is going to see their favorite, and they'll get time with them. So each of the characters are part of the arts. And Mickey as a painter, Donald as a sculptor, Minnie as a writer, and Daisy as a ballerina. Which makes a lot of sense. Daisy is a ballerina since she's the one teaching the dance class and Mickey and Minnie's runaway train. Their outfits are adorable. They even have little stuffed animals at the gift shop in the resort of them in their little art clothes. Living near Disney World, I've had the chance to go to nearly every character meal on the property. And I have to say, this is the best one. The theming is impeccable with the costumes of the characters, the food, the music, the overall atmosphere. It's perfect. A couple months ago, I went to Chef Mickey's with friends. It was lovely, but chaotic, and the food was okay because it was a buffet. And since it was so big, the characters didn't spend as much time at the tables. Don't get me wrong, Chef Mickey's is my childhood 90s dream. But Topolino is chill, elegant, and simply delicious. And I know what you're thinking, a character meal being elegant? I don't know, Minnie's there. Look at her. She's got style. I personally think Topolino's breakfast is a great way to start a Disney day if you're planning on going to the parks. You can relax, get a cup of Riviera blend coffee, get all the character photos out of the way before you melt in the Florida heat. Plus, it's just a skyline ride away from Epcot or Hollywood Studios. It opens at 7:30 too, so you can also have plenty of time in the park as well. And the service was quick, but we didn't feel rushed in any way. We saw the characters, got our food, relaxed a bit with our porg juice. I don't even want to know what porg juice would taste like. Okay, never mind. We did everything in an hour or so, and we felt like we got our money's worth. So now that I obviously have convinced you, you have to go. The question is how? It's very difficult to get reservations for two reasons. One, it's amazing. Everyone talks about it. Yes, it lives up to the hype. The hype is real. Two, the restaurant is fairly smaller compared to other character meal restaurants. And there's only one meal of the day that the characters are there. Topolino's is open for dinner, but it's a grown-up menu with no characters. So if you're staying at a Disney resort, you get to make reservations for your entire stay up to 60 days in advance of your arrival for up to a 10-night stay. All other guests can make reservations up to 60 days in advance at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. So, set your alarms. Gosh, that must really suck for people on the West Coast. So it seems resort guests get those reservations fast. So the question is, what do you do? My suggestion, probably not going to be popular because a lot of people like to have their Disney trips all planned out. I know I was like that when I go to Disneyland because I rarely go. But my advice to not pay any extra money is keep a morning free and check the day before. And that's what we did. It has to be up in the air. But there usually always are reservations the day before because plans change and don't want to be charged for canceling late or not showing up to a reservation. I looked Friday night and there were 4 reservations open for the Saturday morning we went. Also, there are plenty of dining alert apps that you can pay for. And when my friend Arzi was in town, I definitely did use one for getting Space 220 reservation. So that's another option if you want a better guarantee. It will pop up and notify you whenever a reservation with the date and time you want is open. You just have to be very quick because a lot of people are doing the same thing. Obviously, I recommend Topolino's if you couldn't tell. Yes, $49 is a lot for breakfast, but you get so much food. You'll be ready for your day at the parks. Delicious food, great service, great characters, and just a delightful time for any Disney fan. So have you been to Topolino's? Do you agree with my assessment? Let me know in the comments. And may the waffles be with you if you try to get reservations. Fingers crossed for you.